Gabriel. And we're recording. It's been 2 days since launch of the. Yeah, this is not a good game for us, guys. Like I said, don't expect incredible Huntress gameplay. Oh! Oh! I don't care anymore. I called my tech support. Oh, yeah! Get him! Seek! Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Vittorio, you go. Hey! Wait. Oh, I love it. Oh, I absolutely love it. Oh, what he's like. Oh, I find that quite funny. Smiley baby! Ah, stinky baby! Take the baby to the changing table. Shake the baby! Some recognition. Wow, it sounds like you're really working yourself. Don't say to the board, don't. Yeah, it hurts. It's because you're too adorable, I promise. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. I really do. Don't worry about me being disheartened. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. It's just this. Pumpkins, where are you? I want to kick you. Pumpkins, where are you? I want to. Lovely. It was lovely. It was a lovely. Pumpkins, come to the kitty. Do kittens like pumpkins? Oh, I really don't know that answer. Pumpkins. Pumpkins. Cause it is Thriller. Well, hello. I hope everybody's happy, healthy, having a good Tuesday. I am shattered. I am absolutely boogered. I know we're missing a golden opportunity today. We could be playing the Five Nights at Freddy's release on DVD. That's for Sunday. We're going to play some DVD on Sunday. I'm assuming we're going to finish this today. It's kind of my goal. We're pretty far in. We've got about 33, 34. I actually think there's about 37 discovered, actually. We're right close to the end. So the idea today will be kind of push through this and get it finished. If we finish it early, that will be the end of the stream. We might go... wow. I just sneezed a bit in my brains out. Yeah, if we finish this game early, we might just end the stream. Might launch up blueprints and do a little bit. Maybe try and do some of the challenges for it. Don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't have DBD set up, ready to go. Still patching, so that's not an option. So yeah, let's go. Christ! Oh, apologies. So let's go. The Roottrees are in fact dead. What are we at? Let's see. 37 out of 49. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We don't know who Miracle married, but I think now that I've taken a bit of time, did we not see anything about Miracle third and his wife Nicole? Okay. So you married somebody called Nicole. No, there's only one. Excellent. Nope, nothing about Miracle. I noticed that I really kind of hunked out on not getting the wives and the husbands and the... No, didn't say anything about it there. What about... Hold on. Miracle Network. That's just the exact same thing. What about this? No. Okay, that's fine. Got that. Got that. We don't know who he married. I still think that's correct. We don't know who... Oh, no, we do. It was Lulu, wasn't it? Oh, maybe it's that then. Is Lusa? Could Lusa be the real name and pet name be Lulu? We don't know what Gwyneth Madison did. We know who she married. We don't know who Gwendolyn Morden married just yet. And we don't know who Guy Hudson's married. And I'm not sure who Zachariah Morden married either. Right. I'm going to go and look a bit more into the 5-piece. I'm always going to misspell that. For market material, there's... I'm going to have to put my fan on. It has been quite a muggy day today. Yeah, we know. Also, a history of print advertising website that claims to have 5 pieces advertised. Scanned from a book. Oh, hold on. Who read it? Charles Lee. Okay. I don't think we've read this. Ah, haha! Bingo! This part of the book's all about... starts in 1925 and continues onward to chronicle the rise of mass production and global distribution. The book ends with a look into the future of candy as envisaged by experts in 1983, with the addition of hindsight, you can clearly see they pretty much got everything wrong. Normally that's the case. It includes some print advertisements. You find a newspaper ad for 5... Okay. Curious, if I do this. It's our volume 1. There it is! Is there a volume 3? Yeah. So you made 2 volumes. Okay, that's new evidence though. That's cool. Let's go and have a look. I make that spelling mistake all the time. So these are the 5 flavours of his children. Grape, elderberry, egg cream, cinnamon extract, and melon. Fair enough. Egg cream gets removed. 2 seconds. No. Go and lie down. We're not playing. And before you ask, yes, I am wearing shorts. EC is removed. So does he have another kid? Hold on. Does he maybe have another kid? Because E. So you got G for Gwendolyn, E for Elias, Elias Jr., EC, CE and M for Melon. But M for Melon isn't for Miracle, it's for Margaret. So there's somebody in between here. And then when it's a Miracle, EC gets removed for Miracle Berry. And then they update the flavors. Ha! What even is an elderberry anyway? Interesting. Okay. Didn't really give us much though, did it? Okay. We've got everything we can get from here. Let's see. Born Stephanie Landon, which we know. Other manager of local business owner Brian Jones. Have we got that right now? Yep, we do. Yeah. What about... Oh, okay. There are many advertisements over the years. So a small article in 1995 about Jones Graphic and Print. The article is a piece about Brian... Brugate, enough! Lie down. Now. Stop barking. Apologies, he was barking. Brian Jones taking over his father's print company after 20 years. Okay. Brian seems to not let it go to waste as a marketing opportunity during an interview portion. I've been in and about that shop my whole life. My father taught me everything there is to know when it comes to getting the job done right and getting it done quick. We've been a printing staple for Butler County for years. And even Butler County Times uses us for their coupon pages a few times a year. Thanks, by the way. He laughs. But still, whether you are a new client or one of our regulars, nothing will change. Come on down to best prices on bulk printing anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania, or search us online. I designed the website myself. Let's search them online then. Oh! Okay, hold on. Jones Graphic and Print is a company that, according to its website, has existed in Butler County for some time. The website seems fancy, it even has frames. The website lists the address and hours and a few example clients and the type of work that was done for each. Stephanie Jones campaign mailers, we know about that. Roottrees Candy Company, okay, we know everything we're ever going to know about that. Butler County, we know. Miracle Network, we know. We've done a bit with them, I think. That's where we got, yeah. Roottrees Motors, I don't know anything about them. Hold on, let's highlight that. Come back to it. We've not Googled anything about these guys either. Oh, we're onto a track here. Or this one, actually. No, it says we also do website. Come and get a quote today. Okay, let's start at the bottom and work our way up. The Butler Summer Theatre performs plays and musicals during the summer. Makes sense. As it is not summer currently, the website has a thank you message. Thank you for making our 1998 season such a success. Stay tuned for announcements about our performance in 1999. The website lists the credits of a musical, which seems to be the final show they performed last season. There's a cast list, but none of the names seem relevant. Below the cast is a list. It lists the crew, and two things stand out: posters and additional set design elements by Jones Graphics and Print, which we know, and choreography by November Studios. Could that be November Roottrees? Could she have grown up? Is she maybe not a kid now? Local dance school advertises lessons for ballet and jazz classes. There is hardly any other information. Instead of November Studios, maybe they should have called this the place No Mention Studios, because you do not find any information about it anywhere. Nice thought though. Okay. So could she maybe be a dancer then? It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Okay, let's see what they say about the school. Literally nothing. Okay. What about Roottrees Motors? Does it say anything about you? Oh. You find a hit for Roottrees Motors on Jones and Graphics Print website, which you've already seen. You don't find any trace of them on the internet. As a local business, they may be featured in other places. Okay. Roottrees Motors. Aho! There's an ad for Roottrees Motors in the paper. It seems Roottrees Motors used to be called Wilkin Motors. An ad for Roottrees Motors is run... Close that down. An ad for Roottrees Motors is run in every week's Butler County Times for many years, but recently has been changed to include a picture. 3 different unique versions of the ad have been added to your evidence. Oh. Wilkins Motors is now Roottrees Motors. We may have a new name, but we promise we're still the same family business. All that's different is we've joined a sweeter family. Funny noises, need new oil, come on down, we'll fix her up. Call the fixers at 555-FIX-HER-UP. A Roottrees Motors ad ran from 1974 to 1977. Wilkins. So, if he is a mechanic, is there a Wilkins? Could he maybe have married the Wilkin? Mrs. Wilkin? Well, Miss Wilkin, and then... No, we don't have a thing for use. We'll get rid of that. And bought the mechanic's place? It's Roottrees has been around for 50 years since local business, and also that Tessa Roottrees, their newest fixers, learned all there is to know about cars from her Roottrees motor parents. So that could be Tessa. Mechanic? Maybe? Could be. Ah. Okay, so we don't need to actually check out Wilkins then, because it kind of gave us what I was thinking. Okay. That's another good step. We still don't know who Miracle Roottrees married. Right, where... Well, I wonder if she's a farmer. Wasn't there something that she got to keep the farm? Wasn't there. It's this one, wasn't it? Sam, here. Start to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operations would pass to Samantha Roottrees for as long as she's willing. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother refrained to calm him down a wee bit. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money after all. She was essentially inheriting the rights to rule over the peasants. So I wonder then if when she got rights of the farm, she passed it down to her daughter. So would she be a farmer? Seems a bit far-fetched as well, doesn't it? You can spot the difference from me coming back after doing this for 3.5 hours to now. Like, my brain's going, oh, there's some dots to connect. We still don't have these two jobs. And we haven't even... You know what? We haven't looked into these two at all. Or them. Let's look into Gwendolyn Morden. Let's see. I don't think we've googled her before. Let's try. I'm not going to be able to spell this correctly, am I? G-W-Y. Gwendolyn Morden? Is it E or is it O? Yeah, I was hoping that would show something, but it obviously hasn't. What about... Nah. Okay, that's fine. We could just need one more right now. What would Clark Rafferty? No. No, what was Clark Rafferty's email address? Can you remember? It was there. This was Chris Rafferty, okay. Nah. Okay, that doesn't give me much. What if I look up Clancy Roottrees? Nothing. Clancy Roottrees Jr. Clancy Edward Roottrees. Oh, yeah, it just talks about him doing the Clancy Trust. Okay. There was another thing that was bugging me, and it was about her. She said she married a Mr. Wilson, didn't her? There's 3 of them. That's why we haven't got it locked in yet. Ah, okay. Two seconds. Right. Maybe... Oh. Am I still alive? Am I still okay? I just had a... My lights went off and on. Says excellent there. Excellent. What about Zachary Morden? Zachariah. Is that how it's spelled? Z-A-C-A-R. Yeah. Nothing. I would have expected him to pop up, especially being the second president. Right. Hold on then. Where can we go from here? There's actually a picture of him. There's a picture of her Dr. Wilson. Because she married a Dr. Wilson. Have I never tried that? God, I'm freaking stupid. Dr. Stephen Wilson. And he'll have a picture. Oh, and that, they've got a kid. So this will be one of the... Oh, no, this will be all three of their kids. Oh, okay. The Wilson kid... I probably should read this first, eh? Dr. Stephen Wilson is a pediatrician who practices north of Pittsburgh. Although there's a lot of Stephen Wilsons and Dr. Wilsons, this one apparently found a way to game the search results as he pops up at the top every time. There is a way to do that, by the way. You pay Google. Like, it's not difficult. His website claims he is a pediatrician to the stars. The only evidence of this is that apparently was the doctor to the Roottrees sisters. Oh, okay, so he's just using them for fame. There's a picture of him on his website as well as a picture of his 3 children. The 3 of them look as though the photographer was holding them hostage. Regardless, the photos have been added to your evidence. There's also a quote, credited to his child Jason, you suspect might not be written by a 10-year-old. My dad is the best dad in the entire world and he treats every patient with world-class care. He will treat your children like he would treat me, my big brother, and my sister. So the weeest kid is called Jason. So is it Wilson? Yeah. My big brother or my sister. Big brother or sister. So that is going to be wee Jason. And because he's a kid, he'll be K9, won't he? K12. Oh, happy days! Oh, we're cooking! Have we got all 4 right? Wait, who have we got? She was a dancer! And she was a farmer! Oh, happy days! I thought that was a bit of a stretch. Oh, and Lulu was right as well. Nice. Okay. So, we now need to figure out... Is there only 2 more Wilsons? Please tell me there's only 2 more Wilsons. That'd be really nice. There is. Jem and Zach. My older brother, Zach. So I'm going to say that Zach was the firstborn. And then... Jem. He looks like he graduated. And she looks like she's still in school. I wonder if we can look him up actually. Zach Wilson. Hold on. What about in periodics? Nah. Okay. We're just going to have to make a stretch at that and hope that he went off to college. Oh, I'm right chuffed with that. I'm chuffed with that as well. And with that. I'm chuffed. Oh, and that was correct as well. So he found her on a farm when he was going past on his quad bike. She helped him fix it up, and then he decided, screw it, that's it, I'm going to become a mechanic. Okay, I would like to find out, so hold on. Edward Roottrees. Roottrees legal? No. What about here? Not gonna be in any of the other ones, is he? Damn. Damn. I was kind of hoping to find out who he married. What about... Miracle Roottrees and his son, who exclusively goes by Miracle Jr., have appeared in Bellingham's Great Time. The Miracle Network, which is a collection of church television shows and products that can be purchased, has multiple advertisements in each issue. You do find one article mentioning legal troubles. Unfortunately, it's a throwaway line in an article about their tour they plan to take across the southern United States called 3 Generations of Miracles. Hold on. Tour. The author speculates they're going to tour to leave their legal troubles behind. Because of all the advertisements, the results in the Butler County Times are not particularly relevant to judge. Any attempts to find more about legal troubles have been thwarted. So what happens if I spider search this? Oh, there's actually a bit more of a... Oh no, this is just about him again, isn't it? Just saying that he wouldn't have made it. Yeah, it doesn't... It's not going to be in any of these, is it? I didn't think so. Okay. Okay. Moments if do that. Just gonna give him the same line? Yeah, okay. And this is just talking about him again. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Because we've had no hint whatsoever about who he married. It would be nice to get who these two married, because then it gets the full line out, doesn't it? There's nothing about Miracle in there. I would really like to find out who they married. And the same with these two as well. Let's type in Guy Hudson. Maybe we can find out who he married. Guy Hudson. Oh, okay. Fancy Flavors was an addition to the 5-piece product line for less than a year in 1979. It was Guy Hudson's first and historically most cited move as president of Roottrees. In an attempt to cater towards what he thought the average person wanted, Guy looked at his own wealth, which was often a source of envy for others, and decided to tap into the idea that if they added fancy flavours to 5 pieces, anyone could live like the wealthy. This philosophy led to the flavour in 5 pieces that was meant to mimic caviar. 5 pieces sold less that year than it did any other year, except in some foreign markets. It was quickly announced that caviar was meant to be a limited flavour, and then go back. Okay, so what happens if I... It's just going to give me that again. What about if I do in here? Oh. Nope. It's not going to be in any of these, I don't imagine. Yeah, okay. And we don't have any... Okay, so that doesn't really tell me anything about who you married. Didn't he apparently get hit by a drunk driver? Hold on, where did we find that out? That was the Roottrees Cursed, wasn't it? Guys, it was a drunk driver. So, could I just... Nah. Thomas Overwood. Who are you? Maybe we can find something about Guy Hudson from you. Thomas Overwood seems to have a few different sites about mysterious death and curses. In addition to the Roottrees Curse website, you also find one about the truth behind Spirit Cola, which claims that Spirit really stands for Satan's Plague is returning in 2000. And that the year 2000, anyone that has drunk Spirit Cola will die. Another website is Stock Markets and the Devil's Number, which claims if you multiply any stock price by 666, then also multiply the current year by the same stock price, then add those two numbers together and divide. Yeah, because you're just... If you do an equation, then turn it around, you get... Stupid. Let's see if we can look into these websites. We might have some more information. It might give us something. Might give us something like... I don't know. Let's also check for him here. Thomas Overwood. No, okay. Business Watch. Just have a quick look through them. doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's go to this website. I don't know, nothing there. Okay. What about this one? Nope. What about this one? Okay, that was not helpful. What if? Sprite is a carbonated drink only found in southern US. It comes in various flavors including lemon, lime, and cherry. None of this seems to have anything to do with root trees. Okay. What about, let's go back to root. There's not a lot there, is there? I wonder if this will take me anywhere. Let's just... Ooh. You find a few conspiracy websites that claim the Mayan ruby skull symbol of death. The alleged proof is a blurry photo of a reddish shape that is supposedly in a cave painting in South America. According to legends, discovered beneath the paintings were bones from hundreds of different people's animals. One site also mentions that the photographer who took the picture died when the boat capsized after crashing into a skull-shaped rock. Amongst the spinning skull gifts, you find no sources or verifiable details to back up any of the photos or claims. To you, the blurry photo looks more like an egg than a skull. Fair enough. I wonder. It's kind of when there'd be a mention of like a paper, like a website or a periodic for law. Nah, there isn't. And there won't be anything on Clancy Trust either. No, there's not. What about the 5-piece guarantee? Well, I mean, that must be in Business Watch. Doesn't really tell you much, does it? The Roottrees versus RR. Really? I thought that would have been in business paper. Nope. What about 5 piece? I'm not going to be able to spell it correctly. Huh. Okay. So that went down a rabbit hole that we couldn't really discover much for. Right. I am going to do something really stupid here, and I've got no basis for it. Like, at all. I've just got one connection. I'm going to make the guess that he married April Quaritch. Why? Because their kid is called November, and her name's April. 2 months of the year. I've got nothing else to stand on. Right. If we assume we've got these two correct, we need to find 2 more. And these are the only main ones that we've got. So we've really struggled so far to get these 2. Which of the 2 of them looks older? Where are we? Here. I'd argue that he looks older. But he looks a lot more like him. And he's got dark hair, and so does he. And he's got the mustache that he has. Problem is, we don't know what their jobs are. We still don't know that. So, right. If we assume we've got these 2 correct, let's try and find something to do with these. So let's do this. Let's dig a bit more into the singers, because we know from... Which one is it? This one. We've actually got things here. So I'm going to see if I can Google search you. I can. Okay. The duo, according to many sources, find is considered having a one-hit wonder. We've got it, yeah. Diamond Dazzlers, right. Oh. Diamond Dazzlers is the name of the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. You find a forum post called Cool Things You Got in the Mail on a random forum about video games. Okay. One reply mentions that Jim and Diamond still send out Christmas cards every year to Diamond Dazzlers. It's accompanied by some pictures, as well as some history about the fan club. Apparently, even though it is no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honour it themselves personally. There's a fierce debate in the subsequent posts about whether or not it's cool or pathetic. Amongst the pictures of the Christmas cards over the years, only one is relevant. The card from 1996 includes a picture of Jim and Diamond's young son Wolf, as well as a note about his daughter's band, the Floozies. Okay, so highlight that. We come back to it in a second. So, wait a minute. Do we... So this is Wolf. Is Wolf his real name? There is a wolf root tree. Okay, so we need. So he's got a daughter and he's got a son. Okay. Oh God, she's messaging me. Christ, I'm not even getting into that. Oh, sorry, buddy. Did I scare you there? Did I scare you? I'm sorry. Right. So, okay. Sorry. Add the text. The Floozies. The Floozies are an all-female punk band operating out of New York City. They're mentioned in passing in an online review from earlier this year. Apparently, they were opening act for the band. They were the opening act for the band the reviewer actually came to see. The reviewer writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act, but this was unusual, and not because of the music, which she described as loud, fast, and repetitive, but not in a good way. Heyo. The trio was extremely cagey about their identities. The reviewer asked the venue who they were, and she was told they were rumoured to be children of other famous musicians, but didn't want that to be why they became popular, which we know. The reviewer also mentioned that for an underground and unknown band with absolutely no following, their equipment was all extremely expensive, and not only were they selling CDs, but they only cost $1. They probably were losing a fortune. The reviewer said although she bought a copy, she would be unlikely to listen to any of it again, except maybe Beef Baby, the 7th track. There's no picture of the Floozies performing live, but the cover of the CD they were selling, Conquistador, has been added to your evidence. So, hold on. Beef Baby sounds like what I have after I have a burger. Beef Baby is a song by the Floozies. You can't actually find anything else about it anywhere, but with a name like this, it's not hard to speculate on the subject matter, is it? Could it be a euphemism or a newborn cow? Perhaps the Floozies are holding a grudge against a toddler. It certainly piques your curiosity. If only you had time or resource to look into it further. Hold on, I'm going to just do this. Nope. Nope. What was the other one? Conquistador. Nope. So hold on, if I go... Okay, so that just gives me the same thing that I've seen before. Okay. So we've got some new evidence. Candy, Nikki, and Nina. So... Is there a Candy root tree? There is. Is there a Nina? There isn't. And what was the other one? Nikki. Is there a Nikki root tree? No, so we can assume then. The only question is in which order. I mean, if she's out and about, you'd imagine that she is the oldest, right? Musician. Right? I mean, that checks out, which would make... Wolf. Where's Wolf? Where is he? He's there. Which would make you, buddy, here. But the question is, how old are you? Wolf. I mean, are you, what, K9? Are you K12? Yes! Oh, we're cooking! We're getting them all rocked. And the guess was right! Oh, the guess was right. That's quite funny. That's really quite funny, actually. Right. So this one apparently still has a hint for us. Is it maybe you? It must be this guy that's the... So if I go into here... Seeing any other papers, maybe? He's not, no. So why do we have one more hint here? Send him to the academy. That doesn't help, does it? Doesn't tell us what Clancy does. My brothers all seek the path of knowledge. I don't think we've ever looked up this book. Let's look up this book. And what was it? Lauren Roottrees. All we have, because then it was Rafferty, and then it comes out as X marks the spot, which takes us to her new diary, doesn't it? Because that's under Roottrees. And it goes, yeah. Okay, let's hold on. If I do this. Nah. Nah. We don't find out a lot about Zach Morden. There's still 2 hints here. It's not helping me. From magazine Teen Blast, we've been. So wait a minute. Hold on. Let's go. Doesn't help me. We've got that correct, because that tells us when the junior thing is, so that's fine. I don't even know where to start to find out what their wives are called. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got a Christina Roottree. So hold on, we should only have 2 more Roottrees, right? Hold on. Yeah, Jack and Christina. That must be these 2 then. Because they're not going to marry. So these are. So this. He'll have 2 called Jack and Christina Roottree. We don't know which order they are, but I'm going to put them down. Jack and Christina. Okay, let's see if we can dig out a bit more about these 2, and then we can start trying to fill in the wives before we lock in. We still don't know their jobs, so before we lock them in, I want to try and get 100% of everything correct. So that'd be the. I'm not worried about the pictures so much, but I'd like to get the names all correct. So what we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we should have 7 female names left, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do. Right, but we've only got 1 shot at locking them all in. So we need to do this well. First of all, let's see if we can find out a little bit more about these 2 then. So, Ronald Roottree. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Ronnie Roottree, wasn't it? I thought it was Ronnie Roottree. It was maybe in periodicals? I thought... Okay, this might help. Brother Trouble was a 1989 sitcom about 2 16-year-old brothers of the same age, one adopted, played by Tommy Mark Sheridan and Dustin Christopher Baker. Their single mother, played by stand-up Penelope Tessa Green, often had to navigate her job as a magazine columnist, as well as the troubles that come with raising 2 boys who were extremely competitive in sports, academics, and even romantic pursuit with the next-door neighbour Roxy. The showrunner was small screen director Ron Roottree. Such a Ron Roottree. The show had strong ratings through the entirety of season 1, rocketing both Sheridan and Baker to instant stardom, most likely amongst the teenage girl demographic. However, it was cancelled in 1991 midway through the 2nd season due to a significant drop-off in ratings. I recognise that name. Did I see that? Do you think? Think he's married her? It would be the only thing that makes sense to me. Oh, here we go. Tommy Mark Sheridan appeared on the cover of Teen Blast a record 38 times, including 3 back-to-back months during the height of Brother Trouble. In the issues he wasn't on the cover, he was still mentioned quite a lot. You read every word of the article, and besides the fact that he was married to Raina, Tommy Mark Sheridan. Have we already put that down? Thomas Sheridan. We put that down right at the beginning. Wow, how roundabouts come, eh? Only one thing seems relevant. A gossip section in 1996, about 8 months before their marriage, is called "Is TMS Dating a Rootree?" It says, a recent autograph signing, TMS told a Team Blast reporter that he met a girl at a party in Malibu. Apparently, the cast of Brother Trouble gets together at Penelope's house once a year, and this time TMS found love. The mega hottie had this to say: "She's incredible. She came to the party to meet me specifically, and I'm glad she did. She said she had a crush on me when she was younger. I told her I have a crush on her from her posters now." When our Team Blast reporter asked who the lucky girl was, TMS refused to spill. But we did some digging. One of the creators of Brother Trouble, Ron, married Penelope. There you go. Who played TMS's mum on the show. And get this, Ron's distant relative of the Roottrees sisters. There we go. So we've actually got that correct then. So, hold on. Hey, so I did not finish early. How is it going with the Roottrees? It's going well, actually. We started off very, very strong. We've managed to find out about Elias Roottree marrying somebody and having a daughter who's a mechanic, and they took over a mechanic firm. We found out that November Roottree was in fact their daughter, and she runs a dancing company. We found out a little bit about Dr. Steven and his kids. And just now, we found out about the kids of the musicians, who are Candy Roottree and Wolf Roottree. We've got 4 more people to identify. We've still got to get the occupation of the 2 next generations. We still don't know. We're right now digging into the love life of Ronald Roottree and Penelope Tessa Green, who he married. And we're trying to find out about the kids, because once we do that, we're kind of there. The only things we need to discover before we look in their occupations are who they married and who these 2 married, because once we do that, we can't go back. So we're currently looking into the love life of these 2 to try and find out a bit about the kids. We also found something a bit interesting, and we found original ads for the Roottree, the 5 pieces. So this is the very first one with a typo in it, saying 5 magical flavours in every box. G is for grape, E is for elderberry, there's your elderberry, EC is for egg cream, C is for cinnamon extract, and M is for melon. What I find really interesting about that is G, correct, E, correct, CE, correct, M, correct, but where is this EC? It's not there. Interestingly, on the next one, EC is gone for miracle. So maybe Mr. Elias here has another kid. Called Edward Clancy, which we kind of suspected. A love child, yeah, potentially. But, so, yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. We're digging into this. So, Ron, Roottree, back. Let's see if we Google her. Does anything come up? Oh, bingo! Penelope Tesla Green is a retired comedian. Oh, there's a result for the Laugh Lounge, a club in Reno that claims Penelope got her stand-up start and first did her famously raunchy breast milk cheese routine in the 80s before she was a TV star on Brother Trouble. The site claims she retired for the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers, doing more family-friendly material. You find a picture labelled Joke-O-Lantern 1997, as well as a different picture labelled Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets 1994. Both have been added to evidence. Okay. Oh. So does that mean that Jack is the youngest, the oldest? And that must be Christina. So that's Penelope. Okay, hold on. That's Penelope. Okay. And this is Jack. So does that make that Christina? Doesn't really say, does it? Let's assume it is. Bonk. They're both kids. So if we assume we've got both of these correct, once we look in these two, just for the record, just so you can see, hold on, wait a minute. We are there. So I'm thinking we're going to complete this tonight. So this could be a shorter stream, or maybe we go back and do some blueprints or something. But I want to get these two who they married, these marriages, and these two before we lock in what they did. Because that's the only time we're going to get to do that. So we need to find out a bit more about Zach and a bit more about Guy Hudson. Now, we know Guy Hudson died. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa, wait a minute. Elias Roottrees had died. Ah, damn it. Okay. And stepped in. President. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious. Architects, preachers, lawyers, and nobody with time for candy. So that doesn't tell us anything about much. Zach ended up taking it, which tells us this. But it doesn't tell us who Zach goes out with. And the worst part about it, oh no, there's no pictures of them two. Is there pictures of these two? No, there's not. And there's no pictures of these. So this is going to have to be... Let's look up Carl Roottree. Kind of goes, the son of blah, blah, blah. Doesn't say anything about. It says his wife, his daughter. Yeah. But it doesn't say anything about. Brenda, you stumble across an auction for a black and blue dress that's a Brenda White original. The auction describes it a vintage dress from before Brenda became Brenda Roottrees and started designing clothes for Root. The white and gold dress itself does not. Very good reference. Yes, that divided the internet for years. Very good. We know he marries Brenda White. It's who you are. We're interested in you. Let's see. Is there any names I look at? See, there's no way I can even try to begin to guess. Doesn't really. No, it doesn't. Nothing's shouting at me. Like, I'm really struggling to find these two. I mean, it's going to be something proper. It's not going to be like a travel agent or a secretary. It's going to be something like a professor or a principal. Or a lawyer. But I don't want to lock them in until I can get these. And I'm really struggling to get these. Jim Roottrees. Maybe if we search Jim Roottrees. Nah. And we've looked at the Diamond Dazzlers. That's where we kind of went down the rabbit hole and found these kids. If I search James, just gives me. That just gives me the same thing as Jim, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, hold on. Jim Roottrees seems to have left Butler County by the time Jim and Diamond gain notoriety. The only article you can find is from 1979, and an article is titled "Former Butler County Resident Enters Disco Charts." Hold on. I've not seen this. Highlight that. The article came out as Rolling On Down to City was hitting its peak popularity. There isn't much to the article other than what you already know, but it does mention that at the time, Jim and Diamond had a 2-year-old daughter named Candy, which we know. The writer of this article didn't seem to be thrilled to report. It's a bit on the nose. So if I... Nothing. No. Okay. We don't have a lot about his death. We got a bit of information about Ernie's death. But the death of Guy Hudson, we know he was hit by a drunk driver and killed. And the fact that there's another picture of him somewhere kind of makes me question a few things. I'm struggling a wee bit just to get over this finish line now. Let's look her up. Maybe it'll give me more information on Zach. I think I've already done this and nothing came up, but we'll try anyway. I think I tried this literally at the start of the stream. Gwendolyn Roottree. Is it spelled correctly? Gwyn O L. What about James Morden? Try looking at her up here. Gwendolyn Roottree. That is spelled correctly, isn't it? GwynDoln. Okay, so that's not James Morden. The problem is this doesn't tell us about her mum and dad. There's still one hint here. That doesn't help either. I am stumped. Who's Bonnie? Bonnie Hudson. Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Caroline. We've got Caroline. Gwyneth. Gwendolyn, Merkel Jr., Jim Roottree, Clark Carl, and Eli M. Yeah, we've got all of them. What's interesting is Jack isn't called Ronald Jr. Roottree. That's interesting. Right, rack my brain about what I know put that picture in? My bad. I thought we did. How am I going to work this out? How am I going to work this out? Where do I start? Where's the... I'm not fussy about their jobs just now. I really would like to get these two plonked in. And I can't think of where to begin. Miracle Tree, so late that he was born. Miracle Retreat Jr. was born. Yeah, we've seen this though, and then he goes away and does all that. Maybe in periodics. Hold on. Business. It's not going to be in any of these. Wonder if don't imagine so. Yeah. But who did he marry? Got a third and his wife Nicole. We got that. Let's look up Nicole Smith. See if anything comes back. What about Miracle? Ah, my brain's hurting. I got off such a good start. I can't figure out these people's wives. It just says the same blurb over and over again. Oh! Wait a minute. Oh no, we've seen this. I was getting excited there, but the second you see that, it shows that I've tagged it. So I've definitely seen it before. Who are you looking for? Sorry, I was on the phone to the work with. Don't be sorry. My dog's having a wee bit of a nut job moment. We're kind of on the last leg now. I need to figure out what these two Roottrees jobs are. But I'm not too fussed about getting their jobs just now. Because I've got only one chance at getting everybody's wives sorted. And I would really like to do that. But I'm having a massive, massive issue doing that. Nothing is seeming to give me a hint at all. What could it be? Right, so which miracle you're looking for? Which wife? Both, actually. So we've managed to get Nicole, because that's given to us on the flyer here. So we got that without any problems. But these two are just not... I'm not getting a hint anywhere for these two. And I would really like to 100% it. Oh, buddy. What is it? What? No, go get your toy and play. You're not biting me. Stop. Now. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Oh, Christ, my hair's all over the shop. That's kind of where we're at. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to maybe give up on getting the 100%. Because I don't know where to begin. 2 seconds. Right. Lie down. Now. Now. Stop it. Enough. Stop. Stop. No. Stop. Miracle number 2 wife, Miracle number 2 wife, and Miracle number 1 wife. Both we don't have. We've got Miracle number 3. I wonder if that'll tell us anything. No, this isn't going to tell us much. Oh, wait a minute. 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 What's this? Bess Williams. Whoa, 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 wait a minute. We've not read this. Go and just copy it correctly for me. Thank you very much. No done another version. Oh, God, I thought we were onto something there. Damn, I thought we might have been onto something there. I was voted Watchman of the Year. Yeah, we know he was. We've already read that book, haven't we? Yeah. Yeah, we've already read that book. Am I spelling miracle wrong? Am I being dumb? I am spelling miracle wrong. Well, that's not going to help me find out much about him, is it? Try searching what female names are left in periodical. See what pops up. Could be a good shout. Could be a good shout. Let's try Laura Carlson. Then Laura Carlson. Is that how it's spelled? I don't know if that's how it's spelled. Carl with. Okay, I've spelled it wrong. Carlson. Nah, nothing's popping up there. Jacobson. Is it Edith Jacobson? Edith Jacobson. Oh, what's this? You find a link that seems to be a partial and corrupted list of archived articles from the Butler County Times. The article is cut off but mentions Edith Jacobson and an arrest. So, okay, so take you into Butler County Times. Oh, here we go, something else. There's a crime blotter article about Edith Jacobson that also mentions Helen Roottree and Lucinda Jacobson. Who's Helen Roottree? We don't even have that name. Huh? Oh. One of these could marry Helen. Okay. And Lucinda Jacobson. Do we have that name as well? Hold on. Do we have a Lucinda? We don't have a Lucinda. Oh, okay. In 1971, when she was 18, Edith and her sister Lucinda were arrested for trespassing at the Miracle Congregation Church. Okay, I want to take a note of that because we might be able to get some information on that. In Butler County, they were pretending to be church employees in an attempt to get into the room where the church houses where the church houses their weekly tithings. The church didn't press charges. They were caught by Helen Roottrees, who was there at the time while her husband, Miracle, was away preaching. Helen Roottrees. Helen. Okay. Well, Helen Roottrees was quoted as saying, "Jesus forgives, and so do we. The Lord works in mysterious ways, and I am confident he has brought these young women to us for a great purpose." Okay. So... does that mean then that that's how they two met, maybe? It could be how they two met, couldn't it? It could be. Can we get any more information from this? Nope. Nope. Okay, so that is all the information we get. I mean, it's a decent enough shout, isn't it? So, hold on. Okay. So, who else do we have left? Patricia Jones. Patricia Jones. Is that how it's spelled? I'm just going to put her there just so I can spell it correctly. Patricia. Okay. Nothing on Patricia Jones. Clara Lanson. Clara Lanson. Is that how it's spelled? Just double check. Lansing. Oh my god, yeah, you managed to get that, which is good. John Monroe. Is that John or Joe? Joanne Monroe. I've definitely spelled that wrong. Monroe. Oh, I didn't. Go me. Spelled that right. I'm actually quite proud of myself for that. So is that the only ones left? It is. We've got these three. So let's try now putting these into the periodics. Nothing. Clara Lanson. Clara... how's it spelled? Lanson. Yeah. Probably should do it through all of them, shouldn't I? Nope. Patricia Jones. Nope. Laura Carlson. Is that how it's spelled? Laura Carlson, yep. Right, so we're not getting any information on them. Right. So we've got four women and 4 more wives to get. How do we work it out? Let me think. I mean, I'm confident with that because that was a good shout. I'm quite happy with that. So now, let's go over here. Let's focus on Zach. So we need to find out who Zach married. Right, Mr. Zachariah Morden. Let's type you into things. Zachariah Morden. Oh, here we go. In 1959, there's a small blurb about Zach Morden, son of James and Gwendolyn Morden, grandson to Elias Roottree, inheriting the candy company. He's quoted as saying, "Elias entrusted me with carrying on his legacy, and that's what I plan to do. Along with 5 pieces, our chocolate maple products are selling incredibly well. We may not be making any changes." That doesn't tell me much, man! Guy Hudson, sorry. Oh, now this is interesting. Hold on. This is interesting. Guy Hudson. Guy Hudson, along with his twin sisters, are no strangers to the public when it comes to the Roottrees snacks. They are both appeared in the company's advertising as children's during the Boys and Girls Agree era. Now Guy's taken over the Roottrees company at the end of the year. Who would have known that one of those adorable redheads Guy credits his mother and father, Angie and Christopher. Angie and Chris. Damn it! Angie and Christopher with 5 Guy's uncle and current president, Zachariah, has decided to take an early retirement to focus on travelling the world with his wife. Zach was quoted as saying, "Now that our daughters have started families of our own, Clara and I..." Whoa, 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 Clara. Yo, bingo. Okay. Clara and I plan to reflect on our life well lived. Guy is new to this business world, but he's family. We at the Roottree have faith in his innovative ideas. Timmy! And he is eager to share them with the world. We like to think that boys and girls agree. We like to think that boys and girls agree he's ready to succeed. So I bet if I spider search this, we'll get another picture of him. Yeah, there they are. Sweet. Okay. So we've got one extra there. Who takes over after him? Erneston Madison. Let's type this in. Erneston. Is that how would you type it in? Madsen. Ernest. Oh, bugger. Oh, here you go. An article from 1982 announced that Ernest Madsen Jr. is taking over the day-to-day operations of the Roottree after the previous president died unexpectedly. Little is known about Ernest, but sources close to the family who have asked to remain anonymous have made it clear that he is more than qualified. There are rumours that Ernest was originally trained to succeed Zach Morden, but he passed up for unspecified reasons. Business Watch also managed to get a quote directly from the company's publicist. The last 4 years at Roottree have been rough. In an attempt to keep our products relevant and up to the modern audiences, some of our decisions have been unintended consequences, from fancy flavors misstep to the batter up bar. Hold on, we don't know anything about that. We've taken quite a tumble in the public eye, but Mr. Madsen is committed to getting things back to the basics. Okay, we don't know anything about the batter up bar. There we go. Batter bar was a failed candy bar released at the Roottree Company. Launched with great fanfare in 1980, it was meant to invoke a classic combination of pancakes and maple syrup. The name came from the fact that its recipe used a creamy imitation of pancake batter as its filling, and the packaging had baseball imagery. Bulk. Consumers loved the taste, and the candy launched to stellar reviews, but after little less than a month on the shelf, it was discovered that the filling of unopened bars began to separate and developed an off-putting texture described as powdery chunks floating in oily goop. An odd consistency made it the punchline of late-night jokes for weeks, solidifying its reputation as a failure. Damn it, I was kind of hoping that would lead us back to Guy Hudson. Okay. Assuming there's nothing more in any of these. I'm assuming it usually is just one click per each. Let's copy and paste them into Spider Search and just see if anything pops up. Yeah, I don't think it would. Right. Okay. So we've now got 3 women to locate. Patricia Jones, Joanne Monroe, and you. Right. What about him? So that's not how his name's spelt. 2 G's. Nah, it's not gonna bring up anything, is it? Let me think. Ugh. Wonder if I do. Hold on. I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. Right. Kind of Bonnie Hudson would spring something. How do we find out who married Guy Hudson? How do we find out who married Guy Hudson? Where can I go? Where can I go? What have you done? Go and just chill out, Frankie. I'm sure we went down this rabbit hole. Yeah. Which gave us... That didn't it? Davy Kellogg the Fourth. What about if we do him? Oh no, but he's in Connecticut, isn't he? He'll not shop in any periodics. Nah. Right, take a drink and have a think. We're close, we're so close to this. To finishing this. Gotta get my phone on charge as well. We are on the brink. Go back to the family tree and see who else you can do. We don't need to go down this route anymore. This is the person I'm focusing on now. I've got to figure out who this is. We've got a choice of 1, 2, 3. We don't want to figure out these occupations until very, very last thing. There must be something. Have I spelled his name wrong? That's it. Oh, well, that's why. I think we've got every single picture, by the way, just accidentally. Oh no, we don't have this one. That's a shame. We might have to try and hunt that out just to, you know, have every picture as well. Who would talk about Guy Hudson? Who would want? You. Maybe Carl has said something about him? Ah, that doesn't... Mentions Ernie, but not Guy. Carl, are not important. The plane crash is too recent to appear in these archives. One announces Carl's marriage to Brenda White. They are both in their early 20s. Another seems to be more frivolous. Apparently in 1981, Carl got quite drunk at a charity event and broke his arm falling down some stairs. The article that also mentions Ernie from 1996 when Carl took over as 5th president from the Roottrees Company from Ernie Jr. Ernie Jr. apparently liked to stay out of the spotlight and never appeared in the Butler kind of times. Other than a few mentions here, there's an article that mentions an illness as the reason for Ernie stepping down. Yeah, it doesn't he tell us about Guy though? Okay, let's... I'm going down a rabbit hole here and I'm not getting very far. Let's pull back for a second. We've got 3 that we need to do. Right? So by process of elimination, if we get somebody else, we've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. So let's go and pick one of these 2. Let's do Elias C. Roottree. Let's see if you show up in any of these. Or what about Eli C? Nope. Nothing from that. That's the main guy. Damn. Okay. Just right. Conscious measures. Clancy. The infallible legal aspects of it were designed by Clancy Edward Roottree. You might be able to find more. I know what the Clancy Trust is. And the second I do this, it's just going to show me the Clancy Trust again. Yeah, I don't need that. We're back to square one again. Let's... That's because it's got 1D, not... I know, I've spelled his name right. Yeah, I've spelled his name right. Okay. Sarah Kozel. Let's see if that gives us anything. That's probably how you spell her name. 2 L's. My brain. Come on, I want to finish this game tonight. And we have no idea what their occupations are. But like I say, that's literally the last thing that I want to look at. Try looking up the magazines on the spider web. Maybe something will come up. I have been though. Laura Carlson, let's try that. I have tried this, I'm sure. Carlson, is that how it's spelled? Carlson, Laura Carlson. I'm sure I've done this. Yeah, I see nothing. Try Clancy Roottree Jr. Clancy Roottree Jr. Nothing. No. Try Team Black. I have been. I've been trying every single one of them. Nothing. Try Team Blaster Starlight in the Spiderweb search. Okay. I've not tried that before. Team Blast. Nothing. Starlet. No, nothing. Never mind. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. We can't get them right every single time. Let's try. So we've tried Car. Let's try Patricia Jones again, just to make sure I've done it. Patricia Jones. Starlet. Mind you, in saying that, I didn't spell it out that way, did I? Hold on. There we go. Try Team. I tried it just before I read it to you. Team Blast is a magazine aimed at teenage girls. Their website has a news section that offers condolences for the losses of the Roottrees sisters. Their fashion was often covered by our magazine, and Raina Roottree first appeared on the cover of her 16th birthday. So maybe we can find a picture of Raina. Hold on, maybe if we do this, maybe find the picture of her. Do that. Hey, that'll give us the picture, won't it? Yeah, woo. Hey, that gives us the picture. Hold on. There we go. Woohoo! Let's have a wee read it. There is an article about Raina Roottree from 1994. This issue also mentions TMS and Brother Trouble. One important thing I learned from an early age is that dreams are not outside my grasp. My grandpa was a college professor who taught lectures about history. Oh, okay. So that means he's a professor. I'm not putting that in just now, but that's good to know. He always told me that history was full of people from famous families who wasted their fame and fortune by taking it for granted. Instead, he told me I should go out and use my name to accomplish something. Sorry, I need to take a quick drink. I think I may have practiced that lecture a lot because I have other people in my family that also have made the Roottrees name famous for things besides candy. His older sister... 2 seconds. Lie down. Now. Lie down. Now. Stop it. Oh, you need some water. Oh. Stop it now. Stop. He's been a wee menace tonight. His older sister even wrote a book that some of my friends tell me they had to read in school. That's Lauren. That's her. Yeah. I took his advice and now I'm working with my mum designing clothes. I help decide what colours and patterns I want to model, and then she designs the clothes with an amazing team of men and women. Although my grandpa passed away earlier this year, Grandma Laura Carlson. Grandma Laura tells me he was really proud of what... Nice! Nice! So we've even got his job as well from that. That was a good shout. I wouldn't even have thought to look up the actual thing itself. So, okay. That leaves us with 2. That's a positive. That's a positive. We're on the right track. I've got this on the wrong way around. I thought something sounded weird. I was getting mixed signals. He's off to be a menace again. I don't know what the... I haven't got a clue what's gotten into Frankie tonight. Right. Okay. What? We've kind of exhausted this. I think my brain is not going to figure this out. So, with that in mind, let's use this character. Elias C. Roottrees. Now, we've looked him... Get down. Stop. Hey, stop. No. Just ran and jumped at me. With that in mind... We've looked him through and through and we've got no information on him. So let's use the same premise and come down to James Roottrees. We don't know much about Candy Roottree. Let's see if there's anything. No. But what's the name of their band? Floozies, right. Okay, so really? Nothing in the music? Nothing in the journals about them? So we might have been on to something. Okay. Let's see if we can get anything about Diamond LaRue. Lucky LaRue's. Yeah, this is when they walked in on the guy bumping the other lassie, isn't it? This is what this rabbit hole takes me to, doesn't it? Jim? I'm sure I've tried that. I'm sure I've tried that. We can try it again, but I'm sure I've tried this. I'm sure I've done this before. Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, I've read this before, unless I didn't read it, because you can tell because we've got a highlighter there. Maybe I just didn't read this properly. Also, maybe that's something. Until a few years ago, Diamond and I were in C&J and J&D with my cousin and his ex. Clark never knew his father, so our grandpop insisted he spent time with my dad and me. As a result, Clark and I grew up like brothers. Yeah, we knew this. Diamond and Jane, on the other hand, were actually sisters. So the four of us kind of had a sort of cutesy band going on. Not our finest hour, regardless. When Diamond walked in on Clark in bed with a young... Yeah, we knew this. The only thing... And then he talks about them not liking the same kind of tunes. I don't mind... he started Raffer tunes, which is his... Wait a minute. Is his father connected through Rafter tunes? Website Rafter tunes is an advertising firm. Not being there, but it might be in business. Nope. It's not in any of these. That's quite interesting. So hold on, what happens if I... That's how. So maybe he's into advertising as well. But that doesn't tell us what the name of his wife is. All of his old ad campaigns were hung on the wall over the record player, but I was never interested. So he must be in advertising. Is advertising an option? Advertising is an option. So he's into advertising, and he's a lecturer. So hold on a minute here. Hold on a minute here. Maybe. Wait a minute. That. So. Does this say anything about... No, it doesn't. It didn't say about who... Maybe a clue could be in his song, his albums. Singers love to sing about their women. Yeah, but it's not him. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for his dad. And if his dad wasn't a singer... we wouldn't be able to connect those dots. We've got him. He's Diamond LaRue. We've got these. There isn't... It literally says in the songs, the lyrics contain no clues. So yeah, there is no... It literally says at the top of them, the lyrics contain no clues. There is still one clue here though, isn't there? If we can find out. Maybe Jim dedicated the album to his mommy. It doesn't say anything about that though. Rolling Down to the City was barely a top 10 hit for a few weeks in 1979. According to the liner notes, it satirizes how a part of society was content to remain indifferent to the economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East, unless pop culture tricked them into caring. Somewhat ironically, listeners didn't seem to pay attention to the lyrics enough to trick them into caring. Instead, it played... played across roller discos. Because it was such a product of its time, it doesn't get much play anymore, even on stations that play oldies. Maybe that's why you'd never heard of it before now. This image from an auction sealed copy, pardon me, has a sticker that says, "Only the great grandson of Elias Rootree can make disco this sweet." It's credited to Peter Yanovitz of MMM. I wonder. It just goes back to this, doesn't it? I wonder if it tells us what. It doesn't even say the name of the album. Try searching. I've done that before. I've done this before. Oh, wait a minute. We've got some other albums here we can maybe look through. Let's try look up these albums. Hold on. Nope. No. I'll try spider searching these straight after this, by the way. As well. Okay, let's try spider searching these. Oh, here we go. This one actually says something. An album by Jim and Diamond released. You can't even find a picture of the cover. It doesn't appear to be very successful, and reviews seem middling, even for fans. Some basic liner notes exists on a Jim Roottrees fan page, and it states the lyrics and guitars are credited to Jim Roottrees. It doesn't. Frankie, cut it out right now. Stop. No. Is there anything else on this page? I wonder if I do this. Yeah, it just gives me this, yeah. Try periodics again. Yeah, it just gives us this again. Okay. We've already been to this. This is where we found about the floozies, yeah. Try Cherry Tree album, and I have. Nothing comes up. Put album at the end? Okay. Oh, get it with a spell. Cherry tree is pretty general. Okay. Oh, here you go. An album by Jim and Diamond, released in 1995. It wasn't professionally reviewed, though die-hard fans of Jim and Diamond online say it was a return to form. The CD was apparently so hard to find in stores, some fans have resorted to selling cassette bootlegs of it. A music commerce website claims to sell the album, but it's sold out at the moment. You do find a short sample of one of the songs called Sun, and you add it to your evidence. Well, that's just being a dick. Cherry Tree is an album by Jim and Diamond, and one of the songs is called Sun. The website you found it on does not have the full version, but you managed to find a short preview of the song chorus. Jim sings the following: "There blazed a spark of light that ever brightly shone, from her starting days imparting wisdom to conquering life unknown. Though someday she'd depart, in part I'd never be alone. In my heart I'll always be the son of..." Joanne Monroe. Unknown Monroe. I don't particularly like that. I'm going on it based on rhyming. Shown alone, unknown Monroe. I don't think it does, though. Monroe doesn't rhyme with unknown. Well, it does, and it does, and it doesn't. Shown alone, unknown Monroe. So if that's the case, but Joan rhymes with Joan. Joan rhymes with Joan. Alone rhymes with Joan. Oh, I suppose. Oh, that's the wrong one. Shown, unknown, alone, Joan, alone, Joanne, alone. Okay. So if that's the case, via process of elimination, you must be Patricia Jones. Alone Jones. That works as well, though. Joanne or Joan? No, Patricia doesn't rhyme with it. Patricia doesn't rhyme with any of it. Am I happy with that? Because once I put in their jobs, I don't get a chance to go back and change. So I've got to make sure that I am 100% happy with that. And I don't know if I am. Let me just think. You know what? I'm happy with that. If not, well, advertising, and you were a professor or a teacher. Are they the wrong way around? Huh! Are these the wrong way around? I thought that would instantly do it. Is that maybe not Christina? That has to be Christina, right? Is he maybe not a professor? Is he maybe a principal? Teacher isn't an option. Professor makes sense. I thought he was into advertising. Or was he at classes of music? No. Oh, okay. Huh. They're both babies. No, they're not. Oh. Were you... Huh. I was so confident about that. Ah, here we go. Read the pictures the wrong way around. Hey! Carl, Monroe's right. Keep ticking it. Keep going. Yeah! Yeah! Right, Frankie. Stop it now. No. Come on. Okay, right, hold on. Oh, okay.
To my genealogy genie. If you're reading this, it means you've locked in 49 blood relatives. Congratulations. I knew you could do it. There are 2 more entries on the family tree I'd like you to consider. These last 2 are optional. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth. So make sure you're ready.
Who is EC? I think that's who it is. But who would his spouse be? And who is Edward Clancy Roottree? It would be Mr. Miller. I'm sure we read somewhere about Mr. Miller, didn't we? It was in here. No, it wasn't. It was in here. Sam is what I'm looking for. EC in person, but Pop wants to refer to him as his roommate, Mr. Miller. No, enough, Frankie. Stop it. But we have to type these in by hand, so we need to find out who Mr. Miller is. And we need to find a picture of Edward. We're assuming it's Edward Clancy Roottree. We don't have any more pictures, though. Yes, we do. Wait a minute. Where is it? Angie and I both wanted to be in the photos as Miracle was in it, and 3 of us were all about the same age. We were told that only the 5 pieces, which didn't really go down well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose the tantrum stopped. They posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden. You! So, right. John, alongside the farmhands, EC and John. So could it be John Miller? ER? Does that... Or would he not be a Roottree? Would his name just be Edward Clancy? Does he maybe not have an illegitimate son? But this is the people that have looked after Samantha Roottree? And they weren't roommates, they were a couple? But back in the 1920s it would have been frowned upon, so we would have kept the family away from it. Because she always hated him. So the question I need to find out is he actually a Roottree? Is he Edward Clancy Roottree? Or is he just Edward Clancy? And is he in a relationship with John Miller? think anything's going to come up. Okay. Is there any other pictures it could be? I don't think so. We've actually cleared every single picture. I remember looking at this and going, that's very distinctively very rendered in compared to the ones next to him. So I wonder, is he a son of Elias or not? Because he was part there. That tells me that he's a root tree. Wouldn't you agree? Death row root tree, yeah. So do we? Am I happy with that? Because they went from this, they went from that to this, taking out Edward Clancy root tree for Miracle root tree. Maybe check the other book. Which other book? This one. Pop warned us to stay. Pop warned us away from the farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once confirmed to him a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. So, she was abandoned. If I were her, I might never forgive them either, but even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problem with us next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the Five Pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. So she has a hatred for the Five Pieces and them too. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had stipulated Elias Roottree had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud: Samantha Roottree. Although Sam and her children were never meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retained the right to run the farm and all decisions related to it. It was then that the scandalous secret came out. None of the Five Pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She had been told her parents died. Apparently Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christian. So she was the illegitimate daughter of them two, apparently. Patricia, the daughter of a local steel mogul, and Eli Jr. harboured a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant at... Maybe search for her? It's not a bad shout. I don't think I've ever done that. There you go. Christianiston Steel was a steel company in Butler County. On a World War II history page, you find that it contributed to the war effort by creating parts for vehicles, but after that went out of business. Christensen Steele and Patricia Christensen are mentioned in our book review for Steamy Correspondence by Teen. Found all the evidence in the Roottrees Are Dead. It's the last one. We just got an achievement. This is a book of historic letters with an erotic twist. Each letter is accompanied by context from the book's author. A letter from the book has been added to your pages. Oh my. This is the very last one we've got. In 1934, somebody who goes by Patch wrote a letter full of innuendo to an unknown gentleman. It is unclear to an unknown gentleman who it is clear she had a romantic history with. Patch is thought to have been the book's author, to have been Patricia Christensen, a daughter of the owner of Christensen Steel. Her nickname was Patch, the first two letters of her last name. I'm sure Christensen was known to appreciate the wordplay. Patricia, who would have been in her mid-20s when the letter was written, was married to an older man of no notable status. This letter was most definitely not him. There are also a few passages after the steamy bits that mention a daughter, leading Tina Angelera to theorise the letter was written to a father of the child she'd hid away from society. So that's Sam. That's Sam Roottrees. The letter ends on the mention of a twisted twin that seems to evoke imagery of classic literature. Okay. Oh my eye. If not for our story, yours and mine would be the most tragic tale ever told. How awful it is that such beauty was ripped from its rightful fate, and worse, sent to live in the possession of your brother's twisted twin. Eh? Left an outcast, forced to live a labour under a wicked relative, it's like something from the start of a children's fable. She deserves not the life he has been sentenced to. I can't stand to be apart from you both. Someday I shall return to you, and I pray that he has not corrupted her to knowing his sins. I swear that on that joyous day, with all the strength I can muster, I will fight for our child's freedom. Let us pray her fable has a happy ending. Tina has no theory for what the more cryptic parts mean. Mind blown. But who was she married to then? She was married to an older man of no noticeable status. Oh yeah, because then they met up. She was married to somebody first. So they had an affair when they were 16. She got preggers. Had the kids. Then they met up and got hitched. But by that point, Sam was already put away to this other couple. So that's why when she came back, I'm not sure I'm following what she means by this. Your brother's twisted twin. I'm not sure I follow that. I also remember her, there was a passage that she wrote, and apparently Sam ran up to him and gave him a cuddle. Right, I'm a wee bit confused now. So she... So... Wait a minute. Did she not get preggers with him? Did she get preggers with him? I'm so confused. Search twisted twin? I mean, I don't imagine... I mean, it is in quotation marks. It's not a bad shout, I suppose. Maybe in periodics. Yeah. Twisted twin is sitting in the back of my mind. Your brother's twisted twin. Who's she writing to? Is she writing to him? Because in this case, your brother is... Oh! Are those two twins? So she's writing to him, saying if her fate was different, she wouldn't be sending it off to your brother's twisted twin. Which would explain why their names are so similar. That's a shout? Yeah. Left and outcast, forced to live a life of labour under a wicked relative. Life of labour, that's the farmhand bit. It's like the start of a fable. She deserves not the life she's been sentenced to. I can't stand to be apart from you both. That's her saying to him and her. Someday I shall return and I pray that he has not corrupted her to know his sins. So he's been outcast from the family for some reason. I swear on that it'll be a joyous day. With all my strength I can myself fight for a child's freedom. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Are we happy with John Miller being the spouse? I think so. I think I'm happy with that. So he had a twin. So when they had twins. You know what? I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay, I'm ready. Confirm. Finished. The Roottrees Are Dead. But first. Did we not get it right? I thought we filled out the option once correctly. It's yellow. Whoa. Sam.
So, you thought EC was Edward Clancy Roottree?
I
And
did.
his partner was John Miller?
I did.
That's exactly what I needed to hear.
Yes.
I'm Sam Madsen, though you know me as Samantha Roottree.
Called it.
Yep, I got old. The only picture you have of me is from 40 years ago. My book tells the truth about Elias, of 5 pieces, and my parents. Not my biological parents, Elias Jr. and Patsy. My fathers. Edward Clancy Roottree.
Yeah.
And John Miller. By now, you've either read Lauren's diaries, or you're just an incredible guesser. Lauren was right. I hated the 5 pieces. She just didn't know my full reasoning. My father, Edward Clancy, was a great man. But his identical twin Clancy and his father, Elias, were not.
There you go.
At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand.
That's why he's a confirmed bachelor.
Back then, they wouldn't even acknowledge gay people existed. Having one in the family was unthinkable. The same year, I was born. A bastard granddaughter. 2 stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both. They tried to erase Edward Clancy.
We
They
figured
even
that
removed
out.
his 5 pieces flavor. His name was deemed a dirty word. He became EC.
Also, for the record, so hold on, was he was egg cream? Is that cream egg? Like, I'm sorry, did they actually remove the best flavor? Like, instead, all you need to do is remove EC, take cinnamon away, and put cream egg in. Come on, guys.
We were sent to the farm, and the 5 pieces did their best to keep the next generation away, to isolate me from family. But Elias couldn't erase us from existence. Laura never realized I was the little girl from the diary.
We knew that. We got that.
Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine, except without the beard. And while the 5 pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work.
Typical Middle
It's
America.
a fluke there's a picture of my father at all.
Yes.
There he is in the background. The 6th 5-piece.
Yes.
Patsy returned, and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom, from a life she deemed unworthy. Elias relented, so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance. They knew I'd help my father. At Elias's will reading, I learned part of the truth. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the 5 pieces.
2 seconds, I need to switch the fan off. It's getting chilly. Lie down. Stop your whining. We're nearly done for the day, Frankie. You just need to chill out and relax. Right? Stop it now.
My father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat, and that his grandchildren would become outcasts. His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He had trained to take over as president. But due to family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy, a real root tree.
Yeah, we read that.
Company. When Ernie took over, he saved the operation. Over 13 years, he made the family billions.
And then he died.
Ernie earned about $36.
Yeah, and then he had health issues, didn't he?
They got by on Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point.
Oh, yeah. Because they get money based on the company's profits. And Guy made them no profits whatsoever. So when Ernie took over, he had no money. Oh.
Originally, my book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy. Until I started to look into the other dirty laundry. Ron tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock.
Oh.
That sounded familiar. The Clancid Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future. His entire family's future. He couldn't write exceptions in without the whole thing falling apart. My book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as, and that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family,
Yeah.
in the eyes of the trust, as anyone else. The Clancid Trust will secure their future. They can decide what to do with their shares. But I'm old, and I'm not in it for the money. The truth has been eating away at me for years, but now I can set the record straight, thanks to you. As someone who enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has. Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo can lead to repercussions in the present and future. So thank you. You knocked it out of the park. With your expert work, the truth will come to light.
Yeah, boy.
And when it does, my share of the Clancid Trust is yours. Like I said at the beginning, set for life.
Hey.
Looking at the family tree on your wall, now with my father's, everything finally feels complete. Unless a whole lot more root trees somehow appear from thin air, this is the last time I'll come knocking. Thanks again, and so long.
So long, Sam.
We're rolling, rolling, rolling on down to the sea.
Received mixed reviews. Life went on as a new president took over. The channel life faded from the news cycles. And then everything changed. There's another mystery to solve. Root Tree Mania has now unlocked as a new game. Oh!